Today's reading is Glamrock Freddy from the Sexypedia Wiki. Spoilers ahead! This article contains major spoilers about the sexy person and/or their source material. Please proceed with caution. Content warning: this page covers sensitive subject matter. If you are disturbed by the following topics, violence and mentions of death, please proceed with caution or refrain from reading this entry altogether. Glamrock Freddy is one of the two protagonists of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Being one of the very few benevolent animatronics throughout the FNAF franchise, as well as the only one that wants the protagonist to survive, Screw Circus Baby, he has gained quite a notable following for his wholesome bond with Gregory. Not only that, but his supportive nature also made him extremely attractive for a good chunk of fans. His class is Keter, his aliases include Freddy Fazbear and Freddy, and his source is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Archetypes: Anthro/non-human/robot. He is a humanoid bear animatronic. Angst. Whoo boy, this is a big one. Despite the other Glamrock animatronics wanting to hunt down Gregory, he still cares about them and considers them his friends. He's even concerned about whether or not they are okay after Gregory completes an upgrade on him using their parts. Monty's hands, Roxanne's eyes, and Chica's voice box. Out of all the Glamrock animatronics, Freddy misses one in particular that isn't around anymore: Glamrock Bonnie. This is revealed when the player chooses to stop by at Bonnie Bowl, and after Fanny's first appearance. In some of the game's multiple endings, Freddy dies either by sacrificing himself, Protector ending, or being absolutely disassembled by Vanny and the bots she corrupted, Superstar ending. In one ending, Gregory could choose to leave the Pizzaplex, but he leaves Freddy behind, Bad ending. If you enter with him down the endoskeleton area by Parts and Service, he has an existential crisis from seeing the multiple endoskeletons and begins questioning his own existence, while asking questions like if he is just Monty with a different shell, and most notably, if I am mass-produced, am I still art? In one of its unused voice lines, it's revealed that some guests would talk about him behind his back about how dangerous he was in the past. Freddy explains that it wasn't him, but rather his past incarnations, that he would never harm anyone, which implies some hidden insecurities. Distinctive voice. Like most of the other animatronics in Security Breach, Freddy has a robotic voice, yet it differs from the others as it sounds more warm and friendly, as well as genuine. Surprisingly, he is voiced by Cullen Goff, who also voiced Molten Freddy/Funtime Freddy and the daycare attendant, who are all recognizable by their high-pitched voice, while Glamrock Freddy has a much lower pitch. Eye imagery. While his eyes are mostly depicted with blue irises, they are actually ghost-like and glow-in-the-dark throughout the game. They also appear purple in the last few minutes of the game as fellow sexy man Glitchtrap/William Afton attempts to brainwash Freddy in an effort to kill Gregory. Parental figure. His most prominent trait is his fatherly bond with Gregory. Throughout the game, he treats him as his son, and it just so happens that he's not only the nicest father figure, but he's an honorably badass one too. This trait puts his well-meaning nature on at full display, and makes him very hand-holdable, according to fans. If you want him to be the future father of your kids, it could be said you're making a pretty good choice. Those who are not attracted to Freddy instead wish he was their father or yearn to be called Superstar by him. Glitching. The opening cutscene shows him glitching out during a performance, leading to a theory that this glitch caused him to be more kindly than the other animatronics. Glowing neon. The Pizzaplex he resides in is absolutely dripping with a modern 1980s glowing neon aesthetic left and right, so without a doubt, he would be associated with this trope. This is also referring to his glowing eyes. Grime. Throughout the course of the game, he gets covered in grime and ends up looking dirty for an unexplainable reason. There is also his cameo in the Ruin DLC, where he is just a rotting hunk of metal. Intelligence. Uses his intelligence to help Gregory throughout the gigantic Pizzaplex, helps him get access to areas he would have trouble entering, and gives him advice on how to progress through the Pizzaplex. Monster feature/fangs. As a bear, he's got sharp claws and fangs, which are quite unique on him compared to the rest of the other iterations of Mr. Fazbear himself. These features are most prominently seen in fan art. Mysterious. Out of all the Glamrock animatronics, he is the only one to not give in to Vanny's corruption and wants to help Gregory escape the Pizzaplex and take down Vanny, and by extension, Afton himself. The exact reason why he's the only animatronic that didn't turn bloodthirsty is unknown. Retro. Him, Glamrock Bonnie, Montgomery Gator, and Roxanne Wolf are designed and is named after a style of rock music that developed in the United Kingdom in the early 1970s, and was performed by musicians who wore outrageous costumes, makeup, and hairstyles. Well dressed. He sports a top hat and a bow tie, just like the other incarnations of Mr. Fazbear. However, he also comes with some extra drip, such as red shoulder pauldrons, spiked bracelets, and a red earring on his left ear. Fanon tropes. Quotable catchphrase.
Way to go, Superstar!
Like Foxy, the fanbase has given him several meme phrases, though thanks to 21st century humor, they take a rather different approach from coming for the booty. Have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory? Gregory! What's your language at the dinner table? Vanessa, Insert unexpected meme phrase. Theme song. Glamrock Freddy got its own theme song in the form of CG5's music video Superstar. This happened 2 times again in the Living Tombstones for his FNAF song, and his new FNAF song, This Comes From Inside. Fanon. A popular theory that attempts to explain Freddy's want to protect Gregory is because he's possessed by the ghost of Michael Afton, previous FNAF protagonist and son of William Afton. As to why he can't remember who he used to be is assumed to be a case of convenient plot amnesia. Many seem keen on the theory as Michael's redemption arc is what they believe to be poetic, as he has finally found peace with the child he saved from his father's clutches. Fans drive the point further by suggesting that Gregory reminds Michael of his deceased younger brother, the crying child, possibly named Evan, even if the two children have contrasting personalities. Others suggest that perhaps Freddy is possessed by Henry Emily, the co-founder of Fredbear's, his daughter, Charlie Emily / the Puppet, or the ghost of the vengeful spirit, Cassidy. With the release of Ruin, a new theory of its kindness came by, involving the Vanny network. The Vanny network seemed to be what controlled both Vanny and the several other animatronics. When playing Ruin, if you wear the mask while close to Freddy, he'll outright disappear from your vision, which people theorize is because he's not connected to the network. While this only applies if the Freddy from Ruin is the same as our best boy, there's also proof from the security breach itself. In the opening cutscene, after Gregory tells his name, he tries to connect to the main network, and fails, which strengthens this theory. John Locked. Within the FNAF fandom, he is shipped with most of the animatronics in Security Breach, those being the daycare attendant, both Sun and Moon, Glamrock Bonnie, due to it being stated within the game that he misses him, Glamrock Chica, due to them being the last remnants of the original band, Roxanne Wolf, due to them having the most personality out of any animatronic, and even being the parental figure of the 2 child protagonists, and Montgomery Gator, either by those who think Vanny killed Glamrock Bonnie, or for extra angst if they think he is the culprit.